Stewie, you can't just take anabolic steroids, Peter. Peter.
If you want to sit there, you can.
Peter,
no, I was just putting the thing down.
You mean to tell me you don't listen to the chat podcast on the Nolan McCool channel?
I don't know, Chris. Your father's been real weird ever since he started listening to Joe Rogan. That would be a Family Guy joke. They would talk about the Joe Rogan podcast.
Peter, you can't just get surgery to sound like Ben Shapiro.
Am I?
So let's say, hypothetically, I did do that surgery.
That's exactly what I've done, Lois. If I could pick one person to like flawlessly impersonate, it would be him. What?
There's ants.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ants.
There's
Ants.
Ants.
Ant-Man.
Damn it.
You guys ever seen that commercial for Ant-Man?
Yes. We've been recording for 28 minutes.
And we've recorded.
And we're gonna toss it all.
Pretty much. This is the name of the game. I'm keeping it for just in case sake, though. But anyways, this is the chat. My name is Nolan.
My name is Nolan.
My name's also Nolan.
Yeah. Welcome back, ants. One time, I went to lunch at the office, and I don't mind the sound of Meg killing ants in the background. One time I went on lunch break at the office and I left that commercial on loop on YouTube at 5% volume, and I guess it took them 3 hours to find it.
Damn.
Because it was just quietly in the office going, ants, ants,
We're gonna have to spray in here.
ants. Yep, that's how it goes. 'Tis ant season after all.
I've been getting those AI generated videos of Joe Biden, and I think I've been sending some to you.
The one of you sent me one of Barack Obama talking to Donald Trump about aliens and about farting.
I don't remember that.
You did. Hillary's got the dankest fart
Oh
box
my
in
God,
the game.
yes.
What? No. Oh yeah, man. Hillary's fart box is legendary. Anyways, see you at the satanic ritual tomorrow. I see you there. Hail Satan. Yeah, hail Satan. Hang up the phone all calm. AI's gone too far, I think.
I like the Elon Musk ones.
The Elon Musk ones are great. They're all things that sound relatively like something
Elon Musk retweeted one of them.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
He's just trying to... I don't understand Elon Musk. I don't follow anything about him. I think he's a bad guy now, but I really haven't paid any attention to him, honestly.
I saw one post that said, "What if you're just in a competition to see who can acquire the most wealth, and Elon Musk is just fucking you in the butt?"
Okay, should we do the 15 seconds of silence real quick?
Yeah, ready? I'm so fucking sorry.
You gotta be quiet, Trey!
I thought of that way. You fucking looked at me last time.
Why is there an oral? How did I look at you last time? How did I look at you last
You
time?
kind of did a.
Right.
I fucking hate that look. I fucking hate when you do it all calm. You're. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You'll do it when you do it.
Has anybody put their face on this yet?
No, but it has been on the floor and in my hands.
Okay, I won't put my face on it.
Would you like a fresh one?
Yeah, I have a fresh one. It's strawberry flavored. What is this one? Grape?
Yeah.
That reminds me.
I licked a banana one earlier and it didn't taste like anything. They're also from probably 2020.
They probably expired. Oh,
No, they're actually good until next year.
I went to sniff that and it went and filled my nostrils. I was like, ah! Gonna suffocate off one of those little oral mouth pads. Okay, 15 seconds of silence.
Go.
Trey, leave the room.
I thought you were getting ready to do the look. I thought you were getting ready to do the look.
I'm trying so hard not to do the look.
Don't look at him. Look opposite way.
I'm looking at Plants vs. Zombies on the DS over there.
15 minutes later.
I think we did it. Yeah, I'll give you the...
You're holding it in.
Just like... Is that better? Do you guys have any topics to start us off with?
I thought you had one, Nolan.
You literally said that you had all the topics.
Yeah. What would you do if you woke up and your parents are waiting for you in the living room, and they're like, Meg, like, come take a seat for a moment. We need to have a talk, right? And they, as you're sitting there, they pull up a DNA test, and they show you that your real father is in fact Donkey Kong. How would you react?
Mildly confused. Maybe it'd bring some closure.
In some way, yeah, in some roundabout way.
I don't know.
That's exactly how I feel. And they pull out another document and they say, your real name is Meg Kong. And you can't change this. This is legally binding.
Okay, is it like Meg Kong or is it like Meg Kong?
It's Meg Space Kong, yeah.
I can work with that.
And then DK comes down the hallway and he goes, okay. And it starts playing the DK. Yeah, whenever DK is approaching, you can hear the DK rap. I'd like to post an addendum to your gorilla hypothetical from a couple episodes ago. Could you give a brief recap of what that hypothetical was?
Would you rather fight an orangutan with a sword once a year or a flock of chickens every time you get into a car? Or a vehicle, I should say.
It's a good hypothetical, and you thought of it, right?
Probably.
Probably
not.
Okay. Well, anyways, imagine that, but I think it would be a little more fair, because fighting like an orangutan or a gorilla is hard. I think it'd be a little more fair if there was like the DK rap like emanated from the orangutan, so you could hear it kind of in the distance, like
Faintly
getting closer.
coming.
Yeah, just over the hills.
No, so like, you know how people can tell when trains are coming?
Yeah, it's like rumbling.
And it's just, you hear, DK, Donkey Kong, DK, Donkey Kong.
It's like 3 a.m. You're like, honey, get to the safe room. You like have to like go get the shotgun. No, you can't get the shotgun. You have to get the katana, right? You have to grab the katana hanging above your mantle that everybody has. I got a katana for Christmas.
And?
It's a katana. I don't know. It's fine.
Did you hang it up?
No, I probably could. I don't feel like hanging it up. My friend Nick gave it to me as a moving away gift. He was getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "Here, have a katana."
Shout out to Nick.
So I live by the blade now, pretty much, is what I'm saying.
I have a couple swords. I have quite a few swords.
You know what kind of swords do you have?
I have no idea.
All right.
You have
Sharp ones.
the one's dull.
One's dull. One's rusty. It'll give you tetanus. One I've kind of claimed and is in the living room.
Nice.
We've got, not me, you and your family have got, what's
Trey.
that? What's that long, the one on the stick?
The
with
rapier?
No.
What's
like
that?
a javelin?
No.
Oh, what's it called?
I have no idea what it's called.
Do you
asked
have
me this before.
Do you have a halberd?
Maybe. I don't know what
No.
Do you have like a pike?
Actually, not like a halberd, but close. It's less of an axe.
More of like a spear?
More of like a sword spear.
You have the spear of Longinus in your
What did you just call me?
It's from Evangelion.
Never heard it.
Yeah. It's pretty bad show. Pretty terrible. Don't watch it.
You should, if you're going to watch any anime, you should watch
Quan Dao.
Quan Dao?
One Piece.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch One Piece, that's literally all you can watch.
No,
catching up on that.
It's so
show
short.
That looks like is that a Klingon weapon? I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately.
What is a Klingon weapon?
Klingons are they were in the original Star Trek, they're like the evil race of aliens that are like against the Federation, right? But in Star Trek The Next Generation, they signed a treaty and now they're good. Or like they're aligned with the Federation. Does any of this make any sense?
No, not really.
Okay. It's like
Put it in Star Wars terms.
Klingons equal
Jawas.
like cooler Gungans, I guess.
Cooler
I'm
Gungans.
gonna say cooler Gungans.
Me, just the humble gonk droid.
Me living in Star Wars as a gonk droid. If you could be any Star Wars character, what would it be?
Gonk droid number 3.
I'd be gonk droid number 4. What about you, Meg?
What's the little furry guys in the hoods?
Gonk
Jawas.
No.
Ewoks?
Ewoks.
Yes.
You be an Ewok?
I feel like
Ewoks are
Jawas are furry. You don't ever see them besides the big glowing eyes.
Yeah, I feel like if you took off their mask,
I feel
they would
like
like
they would
they would like melt. I feel like they would like dissolve in the sun.
Yes. Yes.
They're great. I love Jawas because they don't really make a lot of sense why they're just like completely black and you can only see their eyes, but it's a cool design.
Yeah.
I like that about the original Star Wars. I love the design of the universe a lot. It's very weird and inventive.
It is.
And that's why it's so memorable. So you peed in a cup
I did.
just now?
Just now.
For fun?
For fun.
To see if you're drunk or not? Is that what it was?
Well, it's to see if the test still worked after being expired for 3 years.
See in 2 minutes what the results are, I guess. It could be any minute now.
So,
God, I hope she's okay.
okay, I have to say this because it's really funny.
What?
But one of the times I was working in garden section,
Yeah.
in garden section, I was it was literally just me. It was about 5 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and this woman comes out, and I said, "Have a good day, ma'am," and she goes, "Yeah, you too," and starts booking it.
What?
And the alarm thing goes off, beep, 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 beep. And I was like, damn.
Damn it. Be on the lookout, ma'am. There's thieves everywhere. Oh, I'll try. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, she booked it and she'd stolen some stuff. But we got to the point when Christian still worked there. If you remember Christian,
I think I
same
remember.
age as us.
I think I remember him. Yeah.
We started this thing and it was he had a phone because he worked hardware.
Yeah.
So whenever he would see someone stealing, he would say like something along the lines of, "The Eagle has landed in aisle 12."
Over the pager.
Over the pager. And a bunch of Home Depot associates would flood the aisle and just start asking that person if they needed help. I don't really know if that stopped them from stealing, but boy, let me tell you.
It would stop me.
What's
Alright,
up?
just get smarter.
I don't know if I should be concerned or if the test is just messed up, but 10 out of 12 things are positive.
I think the test is just messed up.
So what, like meth, like heroin, Alzheimer's,
Dementia.
leukemia,
Let me go see what 2 weren't marked.
Borat voice syndrome.
It's true.
This is true. It affects us all.
This is my house.
This is my wife.
This is my wife.
There's nothing more sexy in a man or woman than if they do a good Borat impression.
True.
There's nothing sexy.
Oh, hold on.
Are you okay?
I read it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Usually 2 lines means it's positive.
2 lines means it's negative.
Okay, this test is just sounding like way worse.
This test is expired. We're still no closer to understanding if you have anything.
So,
or
okay,
not.
so 2 lines on this one mean it's negative for some reason, when on most tests 2 lines mean it's positive. So on the 2 that aren't, they're positive.
Well, is what was positive something that you would be doing?
One of them.
That makes sense.
SARS.
Anabolic steroids.
Yeah, horse tranquilizers or whatever. What is it? Horse steroid? Why do I keep saying tranquilizers?
Poppers.
I know it. I know it's horse. I know it's horse steroids.
Ketamine.
I keep saying tranquilizers. Though.
Ketamine.
Could be ketamine. Could be ketamine. Athlete's foot.
Okay, yeah. It's picking up weed in my antidepressant.
No!
Okay, what was positive?
You have to stop taking them both right now. Welcome back. Today we're going to be playing a game because we've ran out of things to say to each other and our relationship is very strained and wavy at the moment. We're playing, what is this? What is this, Nolan?
This is We're Not Really Strangers.
And what is We're Not Really Strangers, Nolan?
It is a game that gets you to know each other, Nolan.
Yeah. It asks about, like, medical records, home
Social
addresses,
security numbers,
mother's maiden names, and things like that.
YouTube account passwords.
Yeah, that's a big one. So we're gonna find out all of this on this episode if you stick around. Now this first one, it says, true or false, you guys live on Avenue in...
Oh, I can't wait for you to chop this out and make it seem like completely different. Okay, hold on. We're gonna
I'm not editing that out.
Yeah, actually, I do think that that's true.
Yeah, great. I'm glad. Well, I feel closer to you guys already.
I'm just gonna pass this around, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna draw one, pass it. Draw one, pass it.
It asks very strange questions. You'll all see. Are you gonna start then, Nolan?
No, you can start, Nolan.
Oh,
Thank you, Nolan.
Yeah. See, we get along so well.
The parts of your brain.
And they said that I was my own worst enemy, but look at me now. What does that say? Give each other nicknames.
Nolan 3, Nolan 1, because I'm the superior Nolan.
And I'll be Nolan Prime, because I'm the superior Nolan.
What? So I get 3?
Yeah.
3, 1,
I don't
and
even
Prime.
get 2?
No.
No. You gotta work your way up to Nolan 2. It takes a lot of time to be me, okay? My personality's so inconsistent, it's really hard to
But
nail
you're not
down.
even 2. You're Prime, so you're better than him.
I'm like Optimus Prime.
I'm like Alpha.
Alpha Prime. I want to be Sigma Prime.
Sigma male.
I'm changing my name to Sigma Prime. What do you think?
I do not support it. I don't see you as the Patrick Bateman type. Is it shuffled?
Why don't you start us off, Nolan?
What about me is most strange or unfamiliar to you?
Your hair's funny, you're short, you got big glasses,
You're balding.
balding, you got dandruff.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's like how you process things, how you handle yourself. It's just a lot different, because Nolan Prime and Nolan me, we're like the same guy,
Are we?
for the most part.
Well, we're all the same person, technically.
True, yeah.
But yeah.
But like, this is like left brain to right brain. Like, we're right brain.
There was one time I saw you open, you had one of those little like pocket watches, and you opened it, and there were just a bunch of mashed flies in there, and then I saw you close it and like hide it like nobody saw it. That's probably the most strange thing about you. Other than that, I really can't think of anything.
I hate that that is 100% fake, but it 100% would have happened.
Okay, then yeah, if it's something
At
you
first,
did,
I
that's
was
definitely
like-
the most strange thing about
At
you.
first, I was like, wait, when did I do this?
You
You had me thinking for a second. Did I forget about this?
got a stopwatch?
That's something I would do.
You got a pocket watch full of mashed flies.
I don't have a pocket watch full of mashed flies, but I do have a little glass vial full of flies.
Mashed flies?
No, they're
Oh,
not
that's-
mashed. They're I
that's normal
specifically took the most perfectly preserved flies I could find in the windowsills.
Just a nice little crunchy snack for later.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a good, no,
I
that's a
also
good
have
idea.
like beetles and stuff. I have a lot of things in jars.
I'm gonna say the fly thing's probably weird then. That was completely a shot in the dark, and I ended up being pretty spot on, so.
I have cat teeth in Trey's car.
Cat teeth?
I
Where
have
did you
a
get
little-
cat teeth from?
So these cat teeth in Trey's car are from an oddities thing I went to. Did you guys go to it?
The Oddity
The Oddities
Expo in
Expo?
Vegas?
Yeah.
No, I did not. My
Okay.
friends went to it.
So I went to the one the year before that, and I got this little necklace, like a vial of cat teeth. But then in the bathroom in Trey's room, there is a little shelf of cat teeth and claws that have been found in this house from all the various cats.
Where did the supplier get the cat teeth from? Did they pull? They didn't pull them out
Sometimes they
of
just
cat
fall
teeth.
out.
Yeah, all of the teeth here, they've just fallen out.
That happened to Oscar one time. My old dog, he just like
Yeah. No, I've got a good
fell
little
out,
handful on
found
the
one of
shelf
his
in the
little
bathroom.
teeth. Found his little tooth on the ground. I stepped on it. It was gross.
I also have some of my teeth and Trey's teeth.
I don't have any of my teeth. My mom has my baby teeth. I'm gonna steal them from her one day and build like a better Nolan, I think,
There you go.
or like a baby Nolan, like a
Sigma
better
Nolan.
a better Nolan with worse teeth. Really, is the goal. Alright, is it my turn? Is that what
That's
that
your
means?
turn.
Do I seem like more of a creative or analytical type?
You're not gonna
Explain.
believe this, but I view you as more of the analytical type. I can't see you being creative at all. I don't think I've ever seen you do any artwork. I don't think I've ever seen you do anything as such.
Well, everything I do is for the algorithm and to make money, so
Insert ad break.
yeah. But, yeah, Dollar Shave Club ad right here. Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, you can get the Nolan skin right now.
Insert code Sigma Nolan.
Is Loot Crate still a thing? They're dead, aren't they?
I don't know.
Could we get a Loot Crate sponsorship?
That would be cool.
Take the last of their $300 that they have.
They're like, we only have this much for advertising.
R.I.P. Loot Crate. You were a bad service.
R.I.P. Loot Crate. You started something and didn't end it.
You didn't finish it. Do you remember that time Loot Crate gave out like Thanos Infinity Gauntlet gloves, like oven mitts, and they weren't manufactured properly, so literally they like didn't function at all, and a bunch of people burned themselves.
Ooh. No, I think you're a great artist, and I think you should continue your artwork.
Thank you.
I think eventually it's going to take off, and you're going to be one of those artists that tapes bananas to the wall.
Yeah, that's my goal. I want to tape bananas to drywall and like do paintings that took no effort, called like Strife 5.
Sigma male.
Sigma 1, and it's like a little dot with like a beach. That's it. I'm not here to knock on art. Anything can be art, but I think that the banana thing is dumb, and I don't know if I really need to explain my reasoning for why. I just want you to go look at that banana on the wall and tell me that's good.
Art can be art. You don't have to like it.
I don't like it. Nolan 3, do I seem like more of a creative or analytical type? Explain.
Definitely more creative, but you are very analytical about your art.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've been...
You're very picky about it, and I'm sure most artists are. Like, they want it to be perfect exactly how they see it in their heads. I see that in you.
I definitely...
A little more lately.
I question myself a lot, and I try not to as much, but also, like, when I don't question myself, I find that I end up regressing, like, leaps and bounds. Like, I used to be really good at drawing people, and, like, just recently I discovered that because I'm not, like, drawing and, like, reviewing it in my head the same way I used to, like, I'm not as fluent with drawing people as I used to be, and it kind of bugs me. Anyways, thank you. It's your turn, Nolan, or Trey. I'm just gonna call you by your names from now on. I'm gonna give my other identities names. I think that's a good idea.
What fast food restaurant do you think I'm most likely to drive through? What's my order?
White Castle.
What's my order?
You're gonna get the little sliders, the McCheeses or whatever.
What sliders? There's like multiple kinds. I'm gonna make you be really specific.
It's like the little burger and cheddar. I've never been to White Castle. I'm gonna assume those. You know what? You would go to Waffle House. Does that count as fast food?
No.
It's more sit down. You would order. You would go. Meg, answer this. I'm thinking.
You would go to. You definitely have your like bursts of liking one restaurant more than the other, but overall, I think you would go to Jimmy John's and get what is it? What you got last time? The number 8 with no tomato and mustard packets on the side and a 22-ounce Coke.
You don't put the mustard packets on your sandwich?
They can't put the mustard on the sandwich.
They don't carry normal mustard. They have
freaks.
Dijon mustard or mustard packets.
Oh, Dijon mustard's nice. I like Dijon.
Like that's like genuinely a problem I have with Jimmy John's.
And then they don't put the fucking packets in the bag. Ever.
Well, they just give it to you like a handful?
No, they don't give them to you.
Fast.
Oh, just forget about it.
They're so freaky fast that they freaking forget how fast they are and forget my freaking mustard.
What a bunch of freaks. Am I right, guys? Let's go to, you know what, you would go to In-N-Out and get yourself a nice animal-style cheeseburger. Or a double-double, perhaps, even. I think you might get yourself a double-double if you're feeling yourself that day.
How would that double-double be made?
You would get it animal style with no tomatoes, no onions. I think that also you'd probably get an animal fry if you could, because they're pretty damn good.
What would my drink be?
Either a Sprite or a pink lemonade.
That is so far from what it would be. I mean,
you're all over here like not.
You were really
Once you
close
said
to the drink.
double, I was like, wow. And then like when you said pink lemon or Sprite, I was like, no.
You were all
Those
nodding.
are me drinks.
You were all nodding your head over. You're like, yeah, and then you're like,
Gotta
no,
throw
that's
you off.
absolutely not correct. What would you get to drink then?
I would have a Coke
Ooh, or a Neapolitan shake.
or a Neapolitan shake.
Oh, Neapolitan.
What compliment do you think I hear most?
You have the most beautiful eyes.
I like your
Is that
tattoos /
The way you
piercings.
said that, the way you looked, I'm so sorry. You just have the most beautiful eyes.
No, because that look was because no, and also no, because none of my tattoos are ever visible aside from the one on my forearm.
Well, I said tattoos /
and
piercings.
my nose piercings up in my nose most of the time at work.
You don't get complimented on your piercings? They're cool though.
Earrings are earrings.
I'm going to say it's the way you dress, because you got this kind of like 70s aesthetic about you. People probably like, I like your mom jeans or something. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Trey trying to win brownie points over here. I like your eyes.
Well, she does have the most beautiful green eyes.
And they always look like this.
No, do the look you always give me.
That one, right there. That's the one.
I have a real hard time expressing my emotions in the right way, so sometimes I just go blank.
There's no right way to express your emotions, Meg. You just be you. This is a positive podcast. This is a positivity
family
podcast.
friendly.
We're
Family friendly, except when it comes to angry outbursts.
Yeah, I'm glad we cut that 20
don't do
minutes of
those.
dogging on religion earlier.
Yeah.
What character would I play in a movie? Don't say the big nose guy in Pixar. Don't say it.
So I don't really know if this is asking like a movie that's already been made.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we like making a character stereotype for you, or like picking a pre-made character?
I think it's picking.
I think pre-made character. It could be based on a stereotype, though. I don't. It's kind of open-ended question, isn't it?
I think you are the hacker in every movie that says I'm in.
I do say that a lot.
Helpful side character.
I'm the helpful side character.
I don't know what you see. That's the thing about our friendship. I don't know what you do in your free time. I know you do art, but like every time you ever come over, it's to do something like with me.
It's literally all I do in my free time is like clean the house and like make stuff. I'm very boring is the thing. I think the reality is that I'm very boring outside of hanging out with you guys. What character would I be, Meg?
I don't know, I've been trying to think, and like the best I can pin you down on is like the mildly oblivious to it love interest. Not main character, but like mildly main character. Like if we're talking Hallmark movie, you don't know she's into you. You're the best friend.
I'm the best friend that somehow gets a girl in the end.
Yeah, and you end up with her, and nobody really knows why.
No.
Everything works out.
Manic pixie dream girl.
I feel
Manic pixie dream boy.
I feel the same way about myself. I'm like, things are working out, and I don't know why I didn't put these plans in motion. Like I didn't do any of this. I can live with that. That means it's your turn, Trey.
Thanks.
Thanks, Trey.
What is Trey's home address? Why, I can tell you, it's whatever.
Nightmare.
What's Trey's middle name and last name? Well, it's Trey, of course. Yeah.
Nolan, what's your middle name?
Terrence.
What's your middle name, Meg? Oh, cool.
We kind of have matching middle names.
It's all Terrence. Wait.
You guys remember?
Wait, we all have the same first, middle, and last name.
You guys remember
It's a
when
Fight Club
Michelle
moment.
Obama used to bully fat kids?
No.
Okay, that's gonna go. But remember how big she was about going outside? She's like, you need to be
Fucking
active.
fatto. You fatty.
Fat
Get
kid.
outside, fatso. Go run around the block, dumbass. It was on Disney Channel too. She got away with
that
it.
was.
Yes, it was. Remember when the cartoons would take that little break and they're
Yeah,
like,
oh my
"Go
god,
out."
that used to piss me
That's the
off.
equivalent of commenting
Why don't you
touch
go
grass.
outside? It's like, fuck
Touch
you.
grass.
I want to watch Courage. I don't want to go outside. I don't think Cartoon Network ever did that. Nickelodeon did that though.
Cartoon Network would never do that shit.
Disney Channel did it, and Nickelodeon had a day called Day of Play where it would just it was just that. It was just the logo Day of Play, and it was like go the fuck outside, pretty much.
Yep.
Finish the sentence. Just by looking at you, I'd think. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so I was reading that as just by looking at I'd you think.
So
Just
wait.
by looking at you, I'd think.
Oh, so you have to say it about us.
No, you have to say it about me.
Wait,
No.
wait, but it's read from your perspective.
Finish the sentence. Just by looking at you, I'd think.
Just by looking at you, I'd think.
Stinky. Croc wearing. Glasses ass. Reverse Hitler mustache, motherfucker.
Yeah, how did he do that? None of y'all can get it in the middle, but he had it.
That's true.
What was he doing? What was his mustache regimen?
I don't know.
Y'all need to take something from him.
I think he would shave his pubes and glue them into the middle of his head. You go.
Slap it down right there.
Yeah, slap it right there. And then he'd have other Nazis like chew away the extremities.
A little snack.
His genetically engineered Nazi monkeys. He would have them come and go.
He'd pick the best ones. That'd be their little reward.
No, they can't bite his mustache hairs off. Whoever honors me gets to eat my pubes. That'd be awesome. Go great. Do you think that people would pay $1 billion for a Hitler pube?
No.
I bet people were like just edging to get some Hitler DNA to clone that guy. Don't you think?
Who was it?
Hitler?
Kanye.
Mussolini?
Kanye?
Kanye.
Was it Kanye? Looking
With
for
the
Hitler?
stuff?
Who got banned from Yu-Gi-Oh?
Kanye.
That was Kanye.
Kanye.
Kanye got banned from Yu-Gi-Oh for
Kanye,
trying to
okay.
clone Hitler.
False news.
I'm bringing him back.
Fake news.
That's true. An AI of Kanye West said he was going to close Hitler. I heard it.
I think he'd buy the pube.
I got Hitler's pubes. I'm gonna eat them too.
Oh.
Imagine Kanye rhymes everything he says like Dr. Seuss.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I'ma fuck you up if you think you could do this.
What do you think I'm most likely to splurge on?
Crack cocaine.
Ew.
Goodwill.
Trey's back. I'm gonna say you would probably buy like a weird wooden duck or something if you found. No, like you know what? I'm gonna say
I'm gonna let you know now, it's not where you guys are heading.
cottagecore decorations. That is your aesthetic. You have cottagecore.
That's my aesthetic, but that's not what I'm gonna splurge on.
Are we talking about like this is like a big purchase?
Yeah, that's what my definition of splurge
Okay.
is.
My definition of splurge was more like you see it, you buy it instantly.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know what the real definition is.
You would splurge on
There is an item I'm thinking of that I frequently buy.
vinyls.
No.
Lego. You would buy like a $3,000 Millennium Falcon.
I don't buy my own Legos.
This isn't even your
Well, there
room.
is
Why am I
something
looking
in
around
this
in here?
room.
Is it weed? Is it heroin? Is it more? Is it meth?
No.
Is it poppers?
You got any guesses?
No.
Shoes.
Shoes? Okay, what shoes would you buy though?
I've got some expensive ass shoes.
You have expensive shoes?
Platform pink boots.
Nice. I don't think I've ever seen you wear pink anything, honestly.
I went through a phase last year.
Cool. Pink face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What?
I'm not a shoe guy.
Imagine, well, you have thigh-high Crocs, though. And those are
You
pretty
have
cool.
thigh-high Crocs.
Those are pretty sick. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're not a shoe person, though.
He's really not.
No.
I'm not an anything person.
I'm not a big
Really
shoe
not.
person either. I totally get that. I buy a pair of shoes like this, and I wear them for 2 years until they fall apart, and then I get another pair.
That's the circle of life for shoes, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you have, when was the moment you realized you weren't invincible?
I say we all talk about this one.
Yeah, this is an important one. For me, I'm going to say it was probably when I was like 7 and I was riding on my dad's handlebars and my leg got sucked into the spokes and the bike halted to a crash and I just had to sit there with my legs stuck in the bike for a minute until my dad could pull me out.
Wow.
Yeah. What about you?
I'll have to think.
What about you, Meg?
This is why I don't like these cards. Okay,
Yeah.
so I had a very rough childhood and family life. So it occurred to me I don't know like at what point, but like very early on, I was like, just like shit's not okay and I can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So just accept what happens.
Yeah.
And like, whenever I realized that is when,
When it kind of flipped.
yeah,
Okay.
I was just like, well, shit's hit the fan. I can't do anything.
Yeah. What about you, Trey?
Mine was fairly recently.
I think I know the incident of which you
Yes,
speak.
I think you know the incident of which I speak.
Yeah.
Well, and I have to get comfortable talking about this.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Okay.
You can always be cut out too if you want.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually gonna say leave it in.
Okay.
It was very recently when I tried to kill myself, and I just remember sitting there being like, wow. Like, I just remember kind of coming to being like, wow, could have died. That's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of when I was like, I think I'm really scared of dying, which is why I'd rather die on my own terms. That's kind of something that it made me realize. Weird.
That whole thing was very scary. Like getting the initial call from you about it. That whole thing was I don't know. I'm glad you're still here.
Me too.
I'm very glad you're still here, I must say.
We're gonna take a short pause.
Yeah, we could pause for a while if you guys want. We can. I can remove that stuff if you want to.
No, it's okay. Leave it in. I have to get comfortable
Okay.
talking about it.
I got you. Got a good reality check from it though, I think, right?
No, for like 2 weeks afterward, I still wanted to kill myself.
Yeah.
It like didn't go away. I just really wanted to be out of the hospital.
Yeah.
And okay, I can laugh about this because it's really funny. But I was like, I really was like, fuck, I'm going through nicotine withdrawal, and I was like, I really want to get out of the hospital. It's like, I don't want to be here anymore. And they're like, we're gonna send you to the psych ward, and I'm like, no, I actually think I'm good. And they're like, well, you have to be on a 72-hour hold. And I was like, I've been here for 72 hours. And they're like, we're gonna hold you for one more day. And I was like, motherfucker, dude. I was like, I just want nicotine so bad. And I tortured myself too. You didn't come visit me, did you?
No, I don't think I was allowed to.
You could have.
I could have?
You could have.
Oh, sorry.
For some reason, I was the weirdest case of a suicide attempt in the hospital.
Why is that?
Because there's a few things that they do. Do you kind of know what happens when you go to the hospital after a suicide attempt?
I'd imagine they try to resuscitate you and then they put you under watch, right?
Basically, it's like no contact with anybody outside of the hospital staff.
Yes, usually it's just the hospital. You're only allowed to see the hospital staff.
And you're given what they can give you at the hospital. You don't get anything from outside people. Like, I was able to bring him stuff, go see him.
I had my phone. You weren't supposed to have your phone.
The only thing I wasn't allowed to do was actually give him a charger. But I could bring it and charge his phone and like all of that.
Yeah, because you could kill yourself with a charger.
Like, you weren't covered in cords.
I was covered in cords. Man, I really wish you had stopped by because I was really sad because I didn't eat or like drink. I mean, I did enough to where they'd be like, he's fine, he's good to go.
There was one day he just was not eating any of their food, so I got permission from the girl who was watching him to sneak him in food with Kylie.
Wow, what'd you bring me?
I think we got you in and out, and we shoved it in her purse before we came up.
Yeah, it was the weirdest case, and the nurses hugged me when I left.
Oh, that's good.
They were like, well, we hope you feel better, and like the one nurse was like, I hope you learned your lesson. You scared the shit out of your girlfriend. And I was like, yep, sure did. And then I walked out with my sling. I don't remember leaving.
You don't remember leaving?
I don't remember leaving.
Wow.
It was really weird.
Yeah, I imagine that whole experience is more or less a blur, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You try and block it out, but it's really funny though. I just think it was really funny that even the nurses were like, you were the best case we've had yet. They're like, you were actually like chill as fuck. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I felt so embarrassed. I was like, not embarrassed because of what happened, but embarrassed because I was like, there's people here wasting their time on me and I could be at home because I'm over it now.
Aw. Yeah, that's really sad actually. That's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're back now.
Me too.
Glad that you feel like you can talk to us a little bit more. Since then, you have like opened up to me in particular a lot more about how you're feeling, which I think is good. There's no judgment. I mean, like, I'm not gonna judge you for how you're
You
feeling at
would
all.
judge me.
No.
I think you have a good understanding of things.
Yeah, I try.
Especially you deal with, your family and whatnot.
Yeah.
Your new family.
That's right.
That's right.
My 15 beautiful children.
You're
running around.
35 beautiful bouncing baby boys.
My 9 genetic babies.
And your second Nolan.
I mean, they're bastards. They can't carry on the bloodline, but I like them enough. Anyways.
To follow that up,
Yeah.
are you lying to yourself about anything?
I think I can say I've finally reached a point where I'm not.
Yeah. Congratulations. You feel any better now? Good.
I always tell myself, you're never gonna be like 7'2". You're never gonna play in the big leagues.
The NBA.
You're never gonna play with LeBron. You're never gonna make $1 trillion. But yeah, I think it's time to stop lying to myself and realize that I'm a god.
Amongst men.
No, I don't know. I think I've also gotten better at not lying to myself. I used to be very within my own head, and I used to kind of tell myself that I was terrible, or that people around me didn't actually like me. But over the years, I've gotten a lot better at just taking things as what they are and processing them in a more healthy way. Instead of overthinking and overanalyzing everything, just being like, well, maybe because this person said this and acted this way, they actually mean it, and the fact of the matter is that nobody's actually conspiring against you, and you're just kind of conspiring against yourself. So, I don't think so. The 7'2" thing, though, that's real. I lie about that all the time.
Yeah. How tall are you really?
I'm like
We're
6'8" now. I'm like 6'10".
We're gonna cut this part.
I'm like 6'11".
Also, if you're keeping that part in, you should probably put a warning. You should put a warning.
Yeah. I'll let you guys have final say on that, honestly. But if
I don't care.
Okay. What's your mother's name? And the most beautiful thing about her? What was the name of your childhood dog and the street you grew up on?
What's the name of your first grade teacher?
What's the last digits of your social
What
security
does that
number?
one actually say?
What's your mother's
What's
name?
your mother's
okay.
And the most beautiful thing about her?
I'm gonna change my mother's name. My mother's name is...
Do you want me to put something in? Do you want me to put an AI voice in of Trey?
No, I just wanted it. I just wanted you to cut that part, and I wanted. And
I'll censor it.
just cut that part and then go to this in 3, 2, 1. And the most beautiful thing about her is
Her rugged good looks.
the fact that she carries an axe with her everywhere.
That is pretty badass. She's got that shield too.
32 McDoubles. Say what?
That question
What?
was if you could have it your way.
That's like 30.
Who would you be with, where would you be, and what would you be doing? So we've established the McDoubles.
No, I knew that card was coming. I could sense it a mile away. So 32 McDoubles. Who would I be with?
Yeah, so if you could have it your way, who would you be with? What were the other ones?
Where would you be,
Okay.
and what would you be doing?
Okay.
It would be Nolan and I on a mountainside with 32 McDoubles doing a food challenge for his channel. That's like what can we draw with ketchup, and it's a draw talk. I actually want to change mine. Colonel Mustard in the observatory with the pipe wrench.
I would, if I could honestly answer this question, I want a decent sized house. I don't want a big house. I think it's too much to manage for me, and I already have no free time as it is. I would like a manageable sized house, maybe 2 bedrooms, maybe even 3. Brenda can have her room for her plants and her stuff. I can have my room for my stuff. We have our bedroom, maybe a little yard, little house. And I would honestly just like to be making things for a living. I don't really care what, but just getting paid to make things. And I could be comfortable doing that forever, I think. If I could choose what I get to make, that would be better. But realistically, if I just am getting paid to create things and I get to do the brainstorming process and the actual creating process, I'm happy. What about you?
Yeah, what about you?
I don't know. It's hard because I want I want to say what my perfect place would be, but it would include you, and that wouldn't be your perfect place. So I gotta like have a middle ground.
Ooh, compromise. Well, why don't you say your perfect place, and you
Yeah,
guys
why
can
don't you
find
say
like
it anyway?
like a utopian middle ground.
Utopian middle ground.
Yeah.
The hard part is we're like polar opposites when it comes to like lifestyle wise.
Yeah.
Like I would be ideally like not like super secluded, but far enough to where like if I don't want to see people, I can walk outside. I will not see a house or a person, and I have the motivation to like garden and do all that shit, and just not have to have a job. I can live off of myself.
Yeah.
And whatever, and just have that like cottagecore lifestyle.
Yeah.
With my little pets and the love of my life.
Oh.
But I know that's not what you want.
She pointed to Trey when she said little pets.
She did do that, and then pointed at Dutch Bros when she said love of my life.
There has to be a Dutch Bros in the town nearby.
There must be secluded, middle of nowhere Dutch Bros right next door. If you could have it your way, you could have a little Dutch Bros in your house.
There we go.
And you could hire a little Dutch boy to do the things.
A little Dutch boy?
And his little Dutch brother.
Isn't that what they call it? They call if you work there, you're a Dutch boy or a Dutch girl.
No, it was the Dutch Mafia.
Dutch Mafia.
Good morning,
And now
Dutch sisters.
I think it's just baristas. I don't think they're anything
Broistas.
else.
Oh.
Broistas. There we go.
Is that what they call them?
It
Broistas.
is.
Mafia was
Yeah.
much cooler. What a bunch
Mafia
of
was much cooler.
What a bunch of
No,
losers.
you hated the
I
term
did.
Mafia.
I don't know why, but it pissed me off.
It's cooler than
No, I like.
Broistas.
I don't know. I fucking love like the mafia, but like I don't know. I couldn't make a connection with it. That was my thing.
I can make
Maybe
it
there
clear.
was a connection that
You
I didn't know about, but like I don't know. The two didn't go together.
You don't have connections with the mafia, is what you're saying.
I don't have ties,
Okay.
and I think that's a good thing.
Then where were you on April 7th, 1978?
I'm innocent, I tell you.
That's right. You were making lead shoes for Jimmy, taking him down to the riverside. All right. I think this is a good one to end on, honestly, because we've been going for a while now. What title would you give this chapter in your life?
The man who has everything.
That's a Superman comic book. I'm gonna say Cheaper by the Dozen.
True.
Velveeta water.
I guess mine would be like accepting change.
What if we called this chapter for you Wet Sock?
That sounds right. That sounds about right.
Wet Sock. Stepped in water in
Damp
socks.
sock.
Trying to think of an anime name.
One Piece. What's that one show? Desperate Housewives? Called The Real House Husband of Atlanta.
That's an anime.
Of Arizona. Yeah, The Real House Husband of Atlanta. The Devil's a part-timer.
I died and was reincarnated.
Oops, I died and was reincarnated as
A weasel.
a weasel. So many different anime. This chapter...
Well, my favorite one so far has been Vending Machine.
Vending
Yes, it's gonna
machine.
come out here soon.
I think
I died and was reincarnated as a vending machine. Shout out to them.
I want to watch it.
that's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
What kind of sexual situations will happen with this vending machine?
There are no sexual situations from my understanding.
That's what
They-
you said about that.
Food Wars?
Yeah.
And then somebody put their penis in the eggs.
Yes.
I think so. I haven't seen Food Wars. Don't people
Pretty much.
Don't people just orgasm when they eat the eggs?
Yeah.
We're gonna call it the Chamber of Secrets and leave it there. Or perhaps the Prisoner of Azkaban. What Harry Potter book would my life be? How about that?
Order of the Phoenix. Because
Yeah.
you live on Street.